everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build a little shop exterior for your Minecraft survival world. There it is down there. Let's speed up and give it a little check-see. See if you like the build that you're going to be making today. You've seen it in the thumbnail, but hopefully it will look good in your survival world. Hello, this is Bradley from The Edit here. I'm just here to say that originally I put the wrong amount of resources in the chest, so I'm coming in now to show you the correct resources which you can go and gather right now. Also, please subscribe and have fun with the build. That there, I think, is a perfect entrance for where we want to get the base. And the next thing you want to do is you want to get out your composters, because this is going to be the base of the building. So this is going to be where our entrance is, which is a 3-block wide gap. So we want to place 1, 2, 3 from there. And over here, we want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want to place 8 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was a mistake. And then finally, we just connect these two areas together like this around the back. And this is going to be the base and the size of the building. So we've got a cool entrance here. After this, we need our coloring. So let's get out our hay bales, our yellow concrete, and our glow lichen. These are the 3 things that we're going to use to texture our yellow terracotta. From here, we'll do 3 across like this and 3 across like this, leaving a 2 wide gap here. Like that. So this will be one of the windows on the base. We leave this part empty because this is where the door is, and on top of that is a bit of a spruce thing, or dark oak, sorry, where we can cut that off. So let's place the rest of these yellow terracottas in. For the hay bales, you can place this wherever you want across the base. I've given you 20 and 49 here because that should evenly distribute these blocks across the base, and it should give it a nice little texture. So while you're doing the hay bales, let's say you remove a couple like along the edges. We don't want to do too many hay bales too. We want to keep it fairly small so we have room for the glow lichen, which is pretty good. And also remember to use clumps in texturing, because when I was first starting off texturing, I had this problem of placing blocks like this across the base, which doesn't look good. It looks a bit hectic. But if we clump things together and we create areas like this where it does look good, wait. If we clump them together like that, suddenly you've got a pretty good texture. We just break this so it does look like actually good texture. And now with the areas that aren't done in, we can fill them up like that. Especially around the back here where I have less dead space. And this helps create a really cool texture. And as a positive, it will glow at night, which is pretty nice. Actually, we can remove those because those don't need to be there. Awesome. That's a really nice texture for the outside of the base. Okay, and the next bit will be the door. So we'll get 6 spruce logs, we'll get 1 spruce slab, we'll get 1 dark oak, and then we'll get 2 spruce planks, 2 spruce signs, and a mangrove door. I believe that's everything we need. So the first thing we want to do is we want to place 3 of the spruce logs here and here. We want to place 1 of the oak stairs, dark oak stairs here, and we want to place the mangrove door right there, which looks pretty nice. It's pretty decent starting off. I forgot to grab the mud brick walls. We place 2 mud brick walls here and 2 mud brick walls here, 1 spruce plank here, 1 spruce plank here, and a spruce slab right there. And then by doing that, we've got a really nice door for our little shop, which looks pretty nice, especially since it's so much depth here. We've got 1, 2, 3 different layers of depth. And then next, we want to get out our tinted glass, and we can place 4 tinted glass right here. That looks very nice, doesn't it? Next thing we want to get out is the beehives and the oak planks. Across the roof here, we want to place a certain number of we can do this one a little more randomly. Still remember that clump rule, and we just place in those hives like this. Very randomly. It doesn't really matter what side they face, but it's best if they don't. And then you get this like bolted wood texture that looks really nice there, as you can probably see. And right after we've done that, we want to create our overhangs. So let's get out our dark oak stairs and our dark oak trapdoors. We place 1, 2, 3 here, then 1, 2 here. Place 2 dark oak trapdoors here, and we place 6 here. Sorry, 4 here and 6 here. You can use any type of fence in this location, so it shouldn't be hard to get, but I prefer warped fence. We want to create a pattern like this across the front with the warped fences. And then we get out our azalea leaves, which are here. and we place 5 of them in. We only use 5 because we don't want to use too many in this area, and that creates this cool bushy effect on the outside. We get out our stone blocks, our 25 stone, and we go around the top here and we place the blocks like this. And then we get our polished andesite and we place them like this. We place one facing this direction and one facing this direction. And then we bring it across like this, and that looks really nice. Then we get out our polished andesite slabs and our regular andesite slabs, and we place them like this in a hexagonal pattern. A diagonal pattern, sorry. Okay, and then we place them on top of it in a different way, like this. Hopefully you can sort of tell what I'm doing because my narration has become very terrible. Sorry about that. We place them like this across. And then we have the base for our roof. The next thing we need to grab out is our stripped dark oak logs. We can go to the top here and we place one, two, like this, going up. Next to this, we have a 2x window, and then in between that, we have a space, and we have that. And then on this edge, we have another one like this, and that's a 3x window that we're going to place there. So we should have our stripped dark oak logs in this pattern across the roof here. And we can duplicate this across to the back like this. And then after this, we can just place 3 right here and 3 right here. Now we can put these back in the chest. Next thing we need to get out is our spruce planks. With these, we can place 1, 2, 3 here. We can place 3 here, and then across the edges we want to place them only in the center like this. Looks like a bit like a scaffolding. Now the next bit we need to put in is the dark oak signs. We can place that here, here. We can place it here, 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 and here. We can place it here, and we're just going to place it all along the edges where we have just placed our spruce logs, which look pretty good. Especially now since they add a little depth to it. And the next thing we can grab is our spruce stairs, which we can place all around the edges here and here, like this, underneath and on top of each of the different spruce planks. So this adds a little depth to our build, and it makes it look like the area is made up of lots of different levels and different layers, rather than being one flat wall, which is why I've done it here, and I hope this looks really good, and I hope you think it looks really good too, because you are building it. And now we can use whatever block we want here. I'm just going to place grass because it doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to get out our scaffolding. And these are the only scaffolding blocks I believe we use in the base. But we just do 1, 2, 1, 2 like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to grab these from the areas, and I'm just going to copy it around. You can use whatever you want to trim these, because I'm not making the interior for this build. That's all up to you. Interiors are a lot funner, trust me, when you're copying off one of these builds, because you can make it your own. I must apologize to you guys. I made a minor major mistake just now when I was building it. This area here should not be here. This bit here should be open, empty, like this, right? And we can break this in like that, and we have to place another one here. Now, I don't know if the materials are 100% correct for this base. I've never done one of these videos, a video like this before, so it's a little off. I'm very sorry about that, but yes, if we just grab those, then we grab out our trapdoors. Where's our spruce trapdoors here? Brilliant. And we place them like this here. That should look really good. And then we go around the back here and we place them like this. 1, 2. 1, 2. That looks really good. Then we get out our tinted glass, and this is the last time we're using tinted glass in this build. 1, 2 here, and 1, 2 here. And those are the side details. I completely forgot about them, as long as I'm being completely honest. I forgot we had windows there, so I was about to leave them without any details. Maybe I should have been funny. It's like, why does it look like the original one? I missed 2 windows. Let's get out our spruce signs. And the next thing we want to be creating is the trim around the edges, which is really easy. We just bring it from this block, and then we trim it, and we add loads and loads of signs all around the edges, which helps merge the bottom of the build and the top of it, like this. Brilliant. Awesome, that looks great. And the next thing we need to do is grab out our red banners and our white banners, which I can bring down here. And we need one red banner here, one red banner here, and one white banner here, one white banner here to create that cool little shop front dangling fabric effect here that I quite like. I thought it looked nice on the base, I'm not going to lie. Won't lie to you guys. And now we're moving on to the top of the base, so let's get out our smooth stone. Now for this area at the top, we have to bring it out to forward like this. Then we bring it out like this, all the way to the end, and we keep it flat. And the next part we're going to be using is we're going to grab our andesite slabs again, and we're going to grab our stone, and then we're going to get our polished andesite. And for this middle area, we're going to start off with andesite around the edges. This doesn't have to look perfect. Remember the clump technique that I talked to you earlier? I feel clump reminds me of something, but I can't go on a tangent now. I have to stay on track. So I'm going to bring those in and we can make them look a bit like that. And then for the center, and this is just like, you know, bring them around the corners, making the andesite in the corners, and like imagine there are magnets in these corners that are only magnetizing the andesite. That's what it should sort of look like. With this, we'll then use our stone in the center, which is a very similar texture to andesite. It's got a very similar color, but from far away, it helps add a little texture that your eyes don't really pick up on, but it automatically you're like, wow, this just looks so much better, and you can't really tell why. It's helped blur the edges in. It looks really nice. See, and then we've got that roof to our build, and then with some polished andesite, we can just go ahead and we can create something like two of these on the roof like that, and that makes it look a little more like there's been a little bit of like roof tiles added in over the years. And we can, you know, it doesn't really matter how many of these we can add. And now with that we've added that roof on, we can get out our spruce trapdoors again, and we can finally grab our spruce fence gates, which you might have been wondering what these were for. But basically what we're going to be doing here is first we're going to add 6 of these along the edges here as a little overhang for these windows here and here. For this one we want to put one here on the edges, then we want to do one in the direct center, which is that one right there, and then with these trapdoors place it here, here, and here. This isn't a necessary detail, but it adds these little beams that hold up the roof that I think look pretty nice, and I think they just added to the detail in the end, so I decided to keep them in. And now we're moving on to the final part of this base, which is the roof. So let's add our chimney in. For this we get out our andesite stairs, we get out our stone bricks, we get out our stone again, we get out our 2 cobblestone walls, and we got out our mud bricks. This one, these details, we can place them anywhere, especially if you want to have specific areas, specific things in some of the base. But we can place those here and here, and we can place those here and those here, and we've got a pretty nice chimney there. We're going to add a small furnace or like mechanical thing, maybe air conditioning. I never really named it across the roof here, which is then going to go out like this, and we're going to have another block here. So that's what's that's the type of shape we want to carve out in that area. So we get out our blast furnaces, we get out our droppers, we get out our furnaces, we get out our waxed wet exposed copper stairs, which is a very long name. And am I missing something? Yes, 2 iron trapdoors. We need our iron bars, we need our light grey, and we need our 1 block of that. Place that facing out this way, like this, and like this. Then we can place these facing out this way, which look pretty cool. And with this we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which looks really nice. Then we get out our waxed exposed cut copper stairs to bring them out like this in a 5 pattern, and then we place our dropper down there, which looks pretty nice. And finally we get out our light grey stained glass, and for this part what I'd recommend doing is just placing it like that originally in that type of diamond shape, and then we can place them like this, 1 minute, like that in that V shape, and we do it on the opposite direction in that V shape, and we do that a couple times going up, and it creates this cool smoke plume effect where if you look at it from different angles there are holes in the smoke which make it look really good and just levels the thickness. It's a really basic design, but it looks really nice, especially when you have this basic smoke effect you're trying to pull off. And the final thing we want to do is a small design of my own that I've always been really proud of, and if I ever do any modern bases, it's what I like to add in. It's a bit of my own flair, if you could say. We grab one piece of andesite first off, and we place this in an area that, you know, has some andesite in. Really, these details are interchangeable, so if you want to place it somewhere else, that's fine. We place that there, and then we can place a polished stuff wall here. We place that going up one like this in that T pattern with the iron bars. We place 2 chains coming out of it, and we place a grey candle on it, which creates this really cool TV antenna, which I really love that design. I've used it in so many bases. I really love it. That's the point. I really love this one. Anyways, that is how you build a really cool shop front with this many blocks. Thank you everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully, which I plan to do something really fun in.